Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
This time of year, it's like, 30 yesterday, and then this morning you wake up, there's only 8, and it's only going to be, 18 today? Is that what I heard?
17 for a high today, and then we're back in a good temps. I mean, yesterday was a weird one because it was so windy, and that happens a lot here in the prairies, obviously, but it was warm throughout the day. But I was sitting on a patio last night, and you could feel, I walked Stewie at about 5, and the temperature was still great. By 8 o'clock last night, we had dropped it seemed like 14 degrees. It got cold fast.
Yeah, because I had turned the AC off and then opened up
on the one
windows.
unit that works.
Yes, because you know what? I did not call customer service yesterday to get the other one fixed.
Okay.
Customer service at Costco?
No, first you got to call the company that makes the AC.
Oh, you got to go through them for warranty?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you have warranty on it?
Apparently.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah. So I just didn't have capacity to deal with that
No,
yesterday.
that could take time nowadays for sure. So you opened the window, then closed the window because it got cold.
Yes.
It's nice. When it cools off, someone like you with only the one air conditioner functioning, at least you still have the one. But it's kind of nice when it cools off at night.
I don't know, but I gotta say, I looked ahead of the forecast and it is gonna get really, really warm out. Mm-hmm. I don't want to jump I don't want to jump ahead too far, but May long weekend could be pretty nice.
Which is rare, right?
Yeah,
Usually
it's hit and miss.
Yeah.
Right now, next week looks good. The rest of this week looks good. Lots of sunshine, highs anywhere from 17 today all the way up to 32 on Sunday for Mother's Day.
Man, I just amazing. I'm not a big 30-degree guy, but still, I get it. Most people are. It feels like we're into the 30s a little early.
We broke records over the weekend I was reading about.
Okay, so
It's May.
We're not usually talking about high of 32.
May long weekend could be 32 on the Saturday and then
God,
snow.
yes.
No, I'm making this up. And then snow the next day because
That's right.
or rain.
Yeah.
Don't even say that word. How dare you?
It happens. That's what living in this province does to you.
Don't say that word.
I'm over it. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I think we can safely say Joe's just talking about the wide variations in weather this time
In
of
Manitoba.
year. In Manitoba, yeah. But we will take it. Got to put up with a couple of days here back into the teens.
I'll tell you what today is. You want to talk about history? This could be the most historic Tuesday ever. You know why? Because Sunday was Game 7 between St. Louis and Winnipeg.
And it was one hell of a game.
I expected one hell of a game. It's the biggest comeback in Jets history.
Yeah.
I expect to see a lot of pictures today on our Boston Pizza text line for TUDAT. It'll be the most historic one.
Yeah, let's see it. That's
Hashtag the number 2 DAT.
That's a great point, Joe. We're going to get some great photos this morning. And look, it doesn't have to be the white, the Jets, the Game 7, whatever you want to send us from TUDAT. But we're getting lots of Game 7 photos.
I'm sending in a photo of my broken AC unit.
Good.
That was Sunday?
Yeah, because I was
Then
working
it's
on
official.
it while I was watching the game.
Oh, yeah. That's TUDAT. I'd love to see it.
Photos of it because you had to send them off to customer service, or you just
to proof she was working on it,
or was it one of those?
That's what everybody does.
I took the panel off.
Well, it's like
took
the
a
golf
photo.
like the golf clubs with the carefully laid out. I thought maybe there's a carefully laid out picture on Instagram.
That if
with
I
the
do
tools.
something, there's gonna be a photo.
Yeah.
I almost don't believe it didn't happen if I don't see a photo.
Exactly.
Not almost. It didn't happen.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Yes, I want to start with saying congratulations to the Winnipeg Jets, to Scar Darneal, to Mark Chipman, to Kevin Cheveldayoff. Those reactions were real. Those reactions aren't $1 million paycheck reactions. Those aren't, I'm going to get another contract. Those are true Winnipeg, adopted Winnipeg home. This means something to them, reactions. I'm sure it means something to everybody who plays in the Stanley Cup. But amazing job to the Winnipeg Jets and to all the people who are waiting for the Jets to lose. Keep waiting.
I took those reactions because Chevy did have a great reaction. So did Arneal. Chipman. I took those reactions as very raw, obviously, but you could feel a lot like the weight of the world. You can feel the weight of the world on them. They've had some struggles in the playoffs in the past few years. They're the President's Trophy winners. There's a lot of pressure on this team to do something in the playoffs, and certainly getting knocked out in the first round would have not been good at all, and you could feel that in their celebration.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the narrative over the last few years. That would have continued one more time, and there would have been a few players that were under the spotlight, under the gun, that would have been questioned even longer, and that doesn't help the marketing department going into the new season, right?
Exactly. Okay, moving on. This guy, and I think we all know the Jets are in tough against Dallas, but he's reinforcing it.
So everyone is talking about the Winnipeg Jets winning the game in overtime. Congrats. That's amazing. Couldn't be more proud of them. Look into perspective now. You barely beat an 8th-place team at the President's Trophy. And now you're going to be facing a harder team of the Dallas Stars. I want the Jets to win. Don't get me wrong. But you think you have it hard in the first round? This second round is going to be that much harder. If the Jets do win this, they will make NHL history by being not only the first Canadian team to win the President's Trophy, but to also win the Stanley Cup in the same year. No other Canadian team has done that. I really do hope they win.
He calls all the time. He's very, you can tell he's a big-time hockey fan. But I will say, St. Louis wasn't your typical 8 seed. And I'm not making excuses for having to go 7 games against them, but they were one of the best teams in the NHL in the second half, certainly after 4 Nations. Anybody will tell you, the way they were playing, not your typical 8 seed.
Well, there's not one series left that isn't a coin toss as far as, gambling. And if you look at other expert sites, there's not one that is that predictable.
That's right.
I don't think anybody sees a sweep.
No.
You know what I say? Bring it on.
That's so good.
I thought you were going to say stay in your lane. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
That could have also worked.
Could have, especially for a non-sports fan, but bring it on is good.
I say bring it on. You want to throw some, tough facts out there that we're up against a team that's pretty damn good? Well, we're pretty damn good, so bring it on.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Lay it out there. Lay it on the line, as Triumph said.
They did.
Man, the catchphrases are just flying this morning. Okay, Kirby and pressure washer. She's just fascinated by these. It's
my new hobby.
She had a chance to use one the other day, and we got a call here.
Hey, Kirby, you like playing with pressure washers? Well, I got a truck, a van, and 6 snowmobiles that need to be washed. I have a pressure washer. You want to come down here? Come on down. Knock yourself out, kiddo. It's the heart of Charleswood. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
There it is.
It's my neck of the woods, Kirby. I'd love to see you down there.
You know what? At that point, I might as well just open up a temporary car wash in someone's driveway.
That's a good idea.
Sure. A little fundraiser. It's happened before.
Yeah, a fundraiser for my new AC.
Have some donuts.
Yeah. Do the work yourself. Maybe pop up a lemonade stand on the end of the driveway, too.
Joe could come by, serve
Bake
pasta.
sale.
Joe.
Pasta. What the hell?
In the parking lot. It's a scene, man.
You want some spaghetti while you wait for your car?
Sorry, Heart of Charleswood. I just got to get back in the house here. The water's boiling. I got to make some more pasta. Pasta by the bowl outside. What a fundraiser.
On a hot summer day.
A car wash.
Yeah.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Can I just offer a quick little PSA / warning for motorists out there, because it happened to me yesterday, and luckily, I was driving super slow. It was in Canterbury Park, my neighborhood, so you know that there's more bikes and more kids out there, but still, I guess it was after school. I was driving somewhere, and I crept up to an intersection, and a little guy on a push scooter, not a motorized scooter, came buzzing. He was about 25 yards ahead from his dad, and he was underneath my hood line on my truck. So literally, if I was going too quick, even going really slow, the dad got mad at him because he buzzed ahead of him, wasn't listening, and but I'm like, whoa. if I was going even a little quicker than I should have been, because it was hard to see him because he was so small, and I thought to myself, man, I now that the nice weather's here, there's kids everywhere. Well, not just kids, pedestrians everywhere, cyclists everywhere.
I'm going to pile on that right now and throw out basketball nets too. There's a ton of them all of a sudden in my area because a lot of young kids, and you can't see them either. They're so small, and they're playing hoops, and those random balls are jumping all over the streets. Yeah.
That's scary.
So there's lots all of a sudden to look out for on the
and
streets.
a lot more pedestrians out and about now that it's nice.
Totally. And it's a good idea, especially in the, in your neighborhood, in the side streets, residential areas, to drive a lot slower right now. For sure.
A lot of people have put those slow down signs up. You'll see those out again on the sandwich boards in the yards and that. So.
And this is why Phil makes a great neighborhood watch guy.
Yeah, I never did
I don't know
follow.
what to call you.
Well, you had that news story. It was about like a year ago about neighborhood watch. The cops were taking applications or something. What was it? Patrol?
Something about neighborhood patrol. I don't think the police were involved.
I thought they were. Like, you had to be vetted by WPS to be one of these neighborhood patrols, because you can't just have anybody doing that.
No, I think first the thing you need is a golf cart. You said you were going to look into purchasing that. You've got a high-vis vest.
I gotta have that.
Gotta have some cones
A
in the
flashlight. You know what? I bet you if you look on Amazon, you can buy the whole kit. Just as one. Neighborhood watch guy.
But what are my... Again, we harken back to what, I don't want to overstep my authority. Am I allowed to pull people over and ask for ID and driver's license?
I don't think they were looking for that.
Absolutely, you can. Just on your block. Just on your bay.
Out of the car, Gary. What do you got in there while you're at Costco?
We already know who I am, Phil. I live next door to you.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
And it's Beatles week around here under the spotlight this week.
They're coming up.
Oh, are they? Okay, very good. Yeah, you're going to hear a sprinkling of Beatles tunes, and God knows there's enough of them over the years.
They did all right, the Beatles, I hear.
Yeah, not bad. They even have a couple of people cover them every once in a while on a tour or two. But I will mention this, that the Sunday Night Vinyl series, Let It Be, the 55th anniversary of that album on Sunday night, okay?
I'll give you a hint. The song that's coming up is one that you would hear at a social or a wedding. All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's that time of year.
Yeah, you're going to want to cut a rug in here, Joe, when this comes on. Just try to...
You know me.
Joe, are we going to dance?
Well, I'm going to bust a move. If you want to join, please do.
Did you dance with him at the Christmas party? I saw Joe cutting a rug.
No.
Because he gets
That was
going.
my
I was
wife.
on the dance floor.
I don't remember
Yeah, but
seeing
we
you.
weren't dancing together, were we? There was a group of us.
We were dancing in a group.
The
yes.
circle. That dance
Yeah.
circle that forms. Yeah. And very impressive. Joe doesn't give himself enough credit. He looks good out there.
Phil got mad at me. I asked him to hold my drink.
Yeah,
I was up there for a good 20 minutes.
Just don't ask me to hold your sandwich. I'll eat that while you're dancing.
I wouldn't trust you with my sandwich.
You're too smart to do that. You're not.
Hold on to my sandwich.
It's gone when you come back.
That was the Christmas party that I had said to Phil. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a story this is.
Hey,
I got to party all night. I got to need a ride there. And Phil, you're driving me home.
here's the best part. We had to delay the start of the Christmas party because I was going to look after some of the contests, right? Like giving away the prizes. But Kirby volunteered to the coordinator to say, hey, I'd love to kick off the night and start emceeing. So the party was supposed to start at 6, I guess about 6:20. People.
It was my Uber.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we waited for Kirby to start the Christmas party, and
I like to arrive in fashion. I've actually changed since then. We know
You
this.
have.
I've gotten better.
You
I
have.
arrive a little bit more on time.
Well, no, there's a bit more backstory. Like Kirby had pumped this up for a solid 2 to 3 weeks. Like, okay, I'm going to Uber. You had said you were going to Uber with like 6 other people to the party.
like
You were gonna
rent a limo almost.
Going to get gassed, and you were going to go out afterwards. And this was, Philly, I'm going to need you to drive me home. But I said, well, I'll leave earlier than you, Kirby. And you're like, that's a great point. I better plan to have an Uber home, too, because this is going to be the party of a lifetime.
last one to show up,
Staff Christmas
first
party.
one to leave. You're
That's
like my
right.
father.
So, so yeah, I walk in there. First of all, I walk in because I was late because I think one of my kids had hockey. So I walk in late. I obviously grab a plate of food, and then Kirby comes up. And she's like, "Hey, when are you leaving?" And I'm like, "When am I leaving? I got here 4 minutes ago. You got here 18 minutes ago."
Cut into his ham from the buffet line.
She's like, "Let me know when you're getting out of here because I'll come with you." I thought this was the party of the year for you.
The vibes weren't there. That's the thing. The vibes got to be there for me to stay. And Joe, even though your dancing was a vibe, it just didn't have what it needed to keep me there.
I wonder why the rest of the staff were kind of giving you the stink eye for holding them up from eating dinner so you could do your little intro.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJK into more ears.
Philly Joe and Kirby on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, to that Tuesday.
Yeah.
Which we have some great stuff coming in on the Boston Pizza text line. Obviously, a lot of pictures from what happened with the Winnipeg Jets and the biggest comeback, I'd say, in their history. And even people like the professor, who says not into sports, but he had his motorcycle out for a ride with Mrs. Professor.
Yeah.
Even had a nice little stop to hang out with some dogs in their neighborhood. I thought was pretty cool. So any pictures. Guilty sending us a picture from his lake walk on Sunday.
Yeah, send us those. So the number 2 DAT, and of course the hashtag. To that Tuesday, started by the one, the only Joe Aiello back in the day. It's taken off, and it's huge. Every Tuesday we get all kinds of photos. It goes viral, in the city for sure, if not the province, maybe Western Canada. And it's just,
at least in my mind.
No, Joe. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Kirby doesn't buy in. She's never been a
just tell by
full-time
that
participant.
tone, too. You're not a good actress.
Full-time participant.
Good actress.
Just a part-time participant.
Just sort of not quite the full enthusiasm for it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm here for it. Who doesn't like a throwback photo?
Well, you love photos. You'd think it would be another excuse for you to fire off some on Instagram.
You didn't post
Like,
the
why
picture
not?
yet. You said you were going to post of you working on your air conditioner while watching the game. So I'm not thinking that even happened.
What? Listen, just because I didn't post about it
Where is
doesn't
it?
mean that it didn't happen. I have other photos. I had a very busy Sunday, okay?
Well, then there you go. Fire something up.
Yeah, nothing.
Come
if
on.
it was so busy, there got to be one picture.
Like, what do I got here? I got the
Proof.
AC. I tried a new dessert over the weekend on Sunday.
Done. There it is.
That must have taken up all day, boy. Woo.
To that.
Joe,
Where's the pic?
I will post it.
Yeah,
At
there
least
we
of the
go.
dessert. Phil and I love dessert.
Yeah, what kind of dessert are we talking about?
Yeah.
Here?
It's
Cheesecake.
called snow. It's
Oh, we heard about
yes,
this.
I told you
The
guys off there.
shaved.
It's shaved ice cream,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
shaved ice. Shaved ice cream, and
Yeah.
it's so delicious.
Is it good?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of a cake or a pie. That's my.
that would be good.
That's my
Which is
kind
a
of
hearty
dessert.
kind of guy.
Yeah, I like.
You don't like anything too dainty.
No.
It's got to have some.
It's gotta be thick. It's
Well-
gotta make you want to have a nap.
I'll try and get through all the Game 7 pictures till we get to
Oh my
Kirby's dessert picture we still haven't seen.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Limp Bizkit, 92.1 City. It's Philly Joe and Kirby. The time now 7:36. That's when we get requests for that for the Daily Banger from time to time. Limp Bizkit's a frequently requested banger band.
Looking for some, actually, requests for 9 o'clock
For
this
9.
morning.
Yeah. There's nothing scheduled yet. Nothing on the docket.
We'll focus on the Jets tomorrow for the banger for Game 1.
Yeah, we'll probably have to go double banger, on a Jets game day.
I would have to think maybe
Phil,
even triple A.
You know what? At this point,
Triple, Kirby.
You
You suggested it, didn't you? Or Joe?
We have handed out a triple banger before.
We did for Game 7 going into the weekend, and it worked.
It did actually. So
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
there's something to be said.
Hey, how many goals did they need to tie the game? 3. Maybe you got to do a 4-banger tomorrow. I don't know.
Well,
4.
you don't want to go too far
Yeah.
off the.
I don't know.
The
Boss
equation.
is out of town. Hey,
Yeah, he'll be in.
Iron Mike's
He'll be
out
in
of town.
Toronto.
So it might be. We'll talk. We'll tell you what. We'll have a meeting after the show to talk
Oh,
about it.
that's when the boss is away. You want to have a meeting,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Phil.
Keep the photos coming for Dat, because there's lots of good ones coming in. What did you do on Sunday? 2 days ago, Tuesday.
Crazy Craig went to IMAX, checked out Thunderbolts. Yeah, I heard that movie. I think it did pretty well, the Marvel movie. It was supposed to. It's scheduled to do really well.
That's right.
At the box office. Good on you.
Hearing really good things about it. Also, somebody from our conversation about neighborhood patrol, someone sent us a block parent photo.
Yeah, that was a classic photo you used to see in the odd window.
It would just make you feel safe, the block parent sign.
I vividly remember, getting dropped off, from the bus in Drayton Valley where I grew up, and I would have to walk a block before I could get to my house. And that block had a sticker in one of the houses, and I used to think, okay, if I ever need anything, that's the house to go to.
Yeah, that was the whole plan. Way to go. It's amazing.
You figured it out.
How you broke that down for everybody.
I just needed everyone to know how it worked.
Wow. Well, no.
Joe!
Well, I mean, you just spelled it out for everybody, but yes, that's what block parent was.
Oh, my God.
And what kind, because we were not block parents in our neighborhood.
You're looking at Neighborhood Watch, though.
I'm looking at,
which was a different sign that people had.
Yes, but I'm wondering, just on the block parent thing, what kind of emergency would warrant going in?
If somebody was following you, or you felt
or you were lost, or
stranger danger,
maybe,
some water.
Yeah,
I'm thirsty.
I'm sure
it's
if you were playing at the playground,
I got to use your bathroom.
It's a long walk home from school.
It's a block at Drayton Valley. I got lost.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.
According to shopping experts, what is the best item to buy in the month of May?
As far as getting a deal?
Yep. The best item to buy in the month of May, according to shopping experts. If you're looking for a deal on something, this would be the number one item, according to these people.
Good morning, City. Do you have a guess for us?
Morning. Would it be Star Wars items? Because May the 4th?
Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars. No, not Star Wars items.
I used to have a helmet. It was the Darth Vader helmet, but it was a case for all my little Star Wars figurines when I was little.
That's cool.
A case shaped like Darth Vader's head.
That is pretty cool.
It was unbelievable. I wish I saved it. It's like a collector's
Isn't
item.
that the hardest thing, is remembering things like that? And you're like, damn, I wish I would have kept it.
And remembering where it went.
Well, God knows. Did my parents give it away? Did I give it away?
My mom would have gotten rid of it for sure. Given it to a thrift store, donated it or something.
Yeah.
Or it goes to your cousins, gets handed down.
Better not have gone to my cousins. I'm going to go get it back if it did. Hi, City.
Hey, is it, I don't know, a mattress or something? Mattress?
Believe it or not, mattresses and refrigerators were tied at number 5 because apparently the new models come out around this time of year. I wouldn't have known that unless I saw that in this article. But yeah,
there's
mattresses
always
and refrigerators.
Good used mattresses lying in back alleys.
Those are the ones you really
high
want.
High quality.
Yeah.
Well, it is giveaway weekend coming up, but I don't think anybody puts out mattresses. I don't think that's encouraged.
Not typically, no. 780 City, 780-2484 for passes or tickets for the Great Outdoors Comedy Fest. Go ahead.
Tires? Summer tires?
No, not tires, no.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks.
780 City, good morning.
Hi, what about a new vehicle?
No, not in the top 5 anyway, according to these people.
Hello there, you're on the air with PJK, completely useless trivia. Go ahead.
How about small kitchen appliances?
No, not small kitchen appliances.
So that would eliminate all those air fryers and everything?
Yeah.
Good guess. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Can I get a lifeline with Kirby, please?
Curbs.
According to shopping experts, Curbs, what is the best item to buy in the month of May?
A winter jacket.
No, actually. Far from, believe it or not.
Really?
I was a little surprised at this answer, yeah.
Well, that helps.
So that's a bit of a hint then. Far from it. Hi, City.
Hey, is it real estate?
Not real estate.
You okay, bro?
He's clearing the throat. He probably just got up.
So I'll make sure the guy's okay.
Yeah.
Well, calling him bro really is going to help him.
He felt so close to you in that moment as he cleared his throat. Hi, City.
Hey there. How about patio furniture?
Not patio furniture. No. Good answer.
Okay.
Great Outdoor Comedy Fest tickets up for grabs this morning. 780 City. Hello.
Hey, I'm going to go with bathing suits.
No, not bathing suits. That's as warm as we're getting right there.
Oh, so is it clothing, Joe?
Might be.
Clothing.
Hi, City.
Hi, can I get Phil for a lifeline?
Yeah. So a bathing suit was close.
Yep.
Close as we've been.
Yep.
Shorts.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Athletic wear and running apparel, like shoes, that kind of thing, seem to be the best deals now because more people are spending more time outdoors. Let me give you the rest of this list, okay? Do you have time?
Yeah.
Camping and outdoor gear. You can find on sale.
A lot of people getting excited about camping. I know that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Gym memberships, because a lot of people will take the summer off. So if you're going to get a gym membership, it's a good time. Kirby just got one.
I just got one.
And she just got cargo pants. You can tell she's gearing up for camping
Yeah, so I guess you're all over this list, but here's the home run.
Buck knife in those cargo pants.
I do not.
Here's the home run. Air conditioners are on this list.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I sure as hell hope I don't have to buy a new one.
This is Kirby's list.
It's your birthday on Monday.
It is the time of year to thrive
and buy.
To
buy.
We're getting you an air conditioner for your birthday.
I
would
like
actually
that,
be a
'cause
good present.
It's $700,
They're not,
by the way.
okay,
Oh,
forget
we'll
that.
start a GoFundMe for the air conditioner.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
And then about 20 minutes away from Who the Hell Is That? $9,800 up for grabs. How about it?
I love it.
People have started doing that on the phone, when they leave a message
It's
at the end.
catching on, yeah.
Yeah, we've had the yeahs, and now people are doing the how about it?
I love it.
At the end of their calls. It's so good. It's a tough one with Who the Hell Is That this time. Like, they're always tough.
This is probably the toughest it's been.
Yeah, I got to say, like, we've done it, 3 times now?
4, maybe?
4, yeah.
3 or 4?
But hands down, I got to say that one voice in the middle
Yeah, and
is tough.
Normally we have people on the Boston Pizza text line by now going, I know it, I just can't get through. I haven't seen any of those yet.
Yeah, I agree. That's true. And I'll tell you what, just a heads up, we will start the clues if this does not happen by the end of business today, because we'll be at the $10,000 mark, which is the threshold, later today with Adam. So you might want to download the Seeker app if you haven't already, because they get the first clue on the Seeker app. And then we release it publicly the next day.
That's
so
right.
It might give you a head start on others, right? So
yeah, you've got to get that Seeker app. Like, if you can get it before everybody else and start, because I remember paying, like, the last time, and you start to put together those clues, and it's like, if you start to do some research with the clues. Remember, I kind of figured it out. Like, pretended I didn't know, and I started using the clues off air and seeing how. And I remember that day in the studio off air going, I think someone's going to get it really soon. I just did some research.
Little surprised that it was you and not Kirby, who is Miss CSI. Like, she loves the crime investigation stuff and that, and you beat her to it.
I did. Yeah, I jumped all over that.
We would be good at a murder mystery night, Phil.
Whoa, wait a minute. I thought you were going to say we'd be good, like, cop partners in a buddy cop sitcom.
No, because that would mean me and you in a small confined vehicle doing stakeouts together.
Yeah, well, I don't know about stakeouts. We're investigating.
It would include fast food.
Yeah, I guess the stakeouts are in there.
I mean, I have to share a vehicle with this guy.
So
I
we're
share
not
a studio with you already, but close quarters like that. Have you seen you eat? If we're ordering fast food, Joe,
yeah, and I am messy too, and I eat in the vehicle. The vehicle of like lettuce.
At least you'd have good taste in the music.
French fries all over the place.
I'm going to be honest. I'll be sitting in my own vehicle.
What about you and Kirby?
We're going to be staking out you, Joe.
I've driven with Kirby.
You could be. You two would be actually out of the.
We picked up your dry cleaning once, I think.
You'd be good buddy cops.
Did we do that together?
I think we
Was
were
I dropping you off somewhere?
gonna go pick up your dry cleaning, but then you said you'd do it later. But I was excited for a moment.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, we're doing
Yeah,
errands
Kirby
together.
and I could get along in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see it.
I'm like having a golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy to be there.
I knew there was a reason why you're like having a golden retriever.
I'm just happy to be there.
That came
in the
up a
back
few
seat.
weeks ago too.
You know?
Roll down the
Head
window a
out
little
the
bit.
window.
Yeah.
I'm not being your buddy cop partner. I made that.
You brought it up.
Yeah, that was a stupid idea, Joe.
I knew he wouldn't go with it.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.